Hi, everybody. If you're watching this video, that means you made it to our online class. Welcome. I hope everybody's doing okay. I know this is a really stressful time for many of you, so I'm hoping that our transition to online will be seamless. I wanted to talk just a little bit about what you can expect from this class and how we're going to be running things, just so that there's no confusion. One of the things I wanted you to know is that we are going to be running this class in an asynchronous environment. So what that means is that you are not expected to join a live session on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 o'clock. Instead, what I will do is I will make a module of information, material, lectures, discussions, assignments that will be posted every Tuesday, and you will have the full week to work on that module. So due dates will be generally on the following Monday. So I'll make assignments available Tuesday, and then they are due by Monday if there are assignments. And then Tuesday, a new module opens up. The whole idea of doing things in this environment in an asynchronous way is because it kind of takes away the pressure of people feeling like they have to be somewhere where they have a computer and Wi-Fi access um, at a given time throughout the week. But it allows you to kind of plan your work around when you have access to technology. You will still need to log in regularly. I would suggest at least 2 days a week that you're checking in so that you don't get behind. You can't, not log in for 2 weeks and then say, oh, I didn't know we had an assignment, because there won't be any excuse for that. I'm telling you right now, you got an assignment every week. You have information material you need to do. Check in every Tuesday to get that information and know that you'll have something that you're going to be submitting or handing in that following Monday. In the case of this week, I have already set up a module for you. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what that's looking like. So let's see if we can get to the module. Here we go. So this is our Canvas page. Again, you're going to start by going to the modules section. That's where all of our coursework will be stored. We are right here at March 19th, Masculinity. Normally, I would be putting information out for you on Tuesdays, but because we had a campus closure Monday and Tuesday, in order to get staff and faculty ready to transition to online, I'm putting everything out for you starting officially today. Also, what you're going to notice is that you have some lectures to watch, some videos to watch, but I haven't made any assignments that are due. The only thing that you have due is the study questions for the documentary, which you should have already watched. The documentary is right here. I will click on that. You should have hopefully already watched The Mask You Live In. I assigned that documentary to you over a week ago, I believe. It's been at least a week. You can access it by going on Canopy, which is available through the DVC library. But right here, if you go through, you will read a little bit about what the documentary is about, the context of why we're reading or why we're watching it, and then a link here that takes you to it. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to the module information, and sorry, things are moving a little slow. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or if it's just things are really busy right now. So let's look at lecture material for this week's module on masculinity. And I've broken the lecture down into 3 small parts. Sometimes a mini lecture will be about 15 minutes. Sometimes it might be only 5 or 10 minutes. And just make sure that you watch each part or each segment. In this case, I've given you a short lecture on masculinities. You will see the PowerPoint as well as me annotating it. And then there are also videos that you will need to watch. And then here I have reflection questions. A reflection question is basically just me saying, think about what we talked about, jot it down in your notes somewhere, but you don't necessarily have to hand anything in. It's the same way that we would process information in class. A lot of times I will actually have you post your answers to reflection questions on a discussion board, but I'm not doing that this week. So this week, it's just really, taking in the information and doing a little bit of reflection on your own. I'm going to click on this, which actually takes you to the YouTube of the lecture. So I will click play on this, and you'll see what one of the lectures would look like. So we're moving on to our next topic of discussion, which is masculinities. We are now going to start talking about how the idea. Okay, so I'll tell you right now, this is my first round of doing the videos for you all, and I'm like, oh, I gotta lighten these up. I gotta make these feel funner. But I'm realizing that a lot of the energy that I get comes from being in the class with you all. So I already miss you so much. But we'll try to make sure that we send some spicy videos your way. But I also use a lot of YouTube videos that are not necessarily me, but are providing great information. We look at TED Talks. You have some opportunity to do some browsing of the web yourself. We do some collaborative assignments. So we're going to be learning in a new way in this online environment, but I think you'll find it to be fun. Okay. The last thing I wanted to say is that we will have a few opportunities to work in a synchronous environment, meaning one where we are all together at the same time. We're going to be using an app called ConferZoom or Zoom. It's very similar to Skype. It allows us to conference with one another where everyone can dial in. If you have a webcam and a microphone, we'll actually be able to see and hear one another. If you don't have access to a webcam or a microphone, or just want to call in, you have that option as well. But it's really great when we have an opportunity to all see each other the way that you're seeing me right now. If we zoom in, everyone who calls in can be present and we can see each other. This is great when we're doing review sessions, for example, or when we just have a collaborative assignment and maybe we want to do some presentations and present out on what we're learning. So keep in mind, on days when we do have these types of sessions, I will send you an invite to the Zoom session. It gives you all of the information in regards to the URL and the special ID code that you'll need in order to join that meeting. Okay, so we'll do a few of those, maybe two or three, maybe more, depending on how well it works out. So right now, the main things to know is checking in every Tuesday to get your information, being mindful of due dates for any assignments and getting that work in, making sure that you're connecting with me via the Canvas inbox if you have questions, and making sure that you're participating on the discussion board when discussion boards are open. And looking for those Zoom invites for the days when we are all on line together at the same time. Okay, so I just wanted to peek in and say hello, and hope everybody's good. Okay, take care, y'all. Bye-bye.